Hey guys, it's Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another Get Ready With Me. So the last Get Ready With Me that I filmed, I had a lot of fun because it was just like relaxed and easy, and I actually needed to do like a test run for my Valentine's Day look, so I thought why not turn on the camera and let's chill and do our makeup. So I'm just gonna drag this mirror in here. I am so sorry if that's like annoying to see at the bottom of the screen, but I cannot see my face, so I hope that's not too much of a bother. This is a test run. I don't really know what I'm doing. And by the time this is uploaded, I'll already have my tutorial up. So I will link that for you if you want more like detailed instructions on the look. But this video is more just to like chill and talk. Okay, so something I really wanted to talk to you guys about is just like overthinking and anxiety and just like all that gross stuff, because if you noticed on my channel, I missed posting last week on Wednesday and Friday. And just like recently, I feel like I've been in a bit of like, I don't know if I want to say like a rut, but I just feel really like unmotivated. I don't even know if that's a word. Just like hard on myself. And I've just been feeling like none of my ideas are good enough, and just like if I think about going to film something, I just feel like every video idea is like boring, or like nobody would want to watch it, or you know. So I don't know if you'd call that unmotivated, because it's not like I don't want to film. I do. It's just I don't know what to do. And like all the ideas that I have, just like for whatever reason, I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. And it's just like the worst feeling ever to have the time and the ability to make videos. And this can apply to so many other situations too, whether it be like studying or hanging out with friends, or you know, being more involved in anything. It sucks when you have every ability to and you just don't feel into it. I don't know, like I'm into it but I'm not. Can anyone relate? I don't know how you would explain that, but yeah, that's how I've been feeling lately. And I feel like partially, I did touch on this on my Instagram, I feel like partially it's because normally I do take antidepressants. When I got pregnant, okay, well, backtrack. The first time I got pregnant, if you're new to my channel, I had a miscarriage with my first pregnancy, and with that one, I had a midwife actually who was like, you should wean off your antidepressants because that can cause like heart issues, which I'm pretty sure the drugs that I was on is class C, I think. So it's like, there is some studies that show that pregnant mothers taking this, it does affect your unborn baby, but it's not conclusive. It's not to the point where you can't take it. It's just like recommended. It's sketchy. It's like you have to outweigh the risks with the benefits. So if someone is very depressed and heavily relies on their medication, then their doctor will probably just have them continue it. Whereas it's like you can stop taking it if you think that you'll be okay without it, just to eliminate any chance of it crossing over to your baby, because they don't know exactly like what it does or if it does anything. Hope that makes sense. So anyways, with my first pregnancy, I was like in the mindset of, it took me so long to get to a point where I was feeling like motivated and happy and all around, not depressed. I didn't like hate my life. So I was really scared to stop taking my medication, because obviously like I don't want to do anything that's gonna harm my baby. But at the same time, I'm like, it's not even a guarantee that it'll do anything, and vice versa. It's not a guarantee that if I stop taking it that nothing will happen to my baby. So anyway, for whatever reason, I was just like, no, I think I'm gonna stay on my medication. And I think I was in the process of lowering it, at least. Fast forward to miscarrying, and it wasn't like I miscarried because of it. It was just, you know, nothing I could have done. But getting pregnant for the second time, I just had a totally different view, and like attitude toward this pregnancy. And even now, I feel like being a first-time mom to a rainbow baby, which means your baby after loss, it's been a very different pregnancy experience this time around. This time, I'm seeing a different doctor than my first pregnancy, and she's like, you don't have to wean off of it, like it's safe, blah, 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 risks, rewards, blah, blah. But I just felt more willing to go without the medication just to completely eliminate any possible chance of anything going wrong. So that's what we did. We like slowly weaned off of it, and right now I'm not taking it at all, which I feel like my entire pregnancy so far I've been okay with. Oh my god, I have heartburn. But I feel like I've been doing fine till recently. I've been feeling more anxious, and I've been exhibiting more depressive symptoms, if that makes sense. And it's just been really hard to like do basic things like shower or clean my room or just like self-care things that, you know, most of us take for granted, our ability to do those things. I don't know, there's just a difference between just feeling lazy and not wanting to do it right at this very second and straight up being depressed and unable to like take care of yourself. So anyways, long-winded, but I noticed that I started to feel more like my old self before I got help, and that's not okay, obviously. So that's just kind of what I've been dealing with, because I don't know if it's like because of not being on medication right now, or if it's just like basically I've just been doing nothing all day, which is not like me, because if you know me in real life, I thrive on doing like 20 million things at one time. So for me to just be like sitting here unproductive and just like not feeling well mentally or physically is just not like me. So today I forced myself to do the dishes and tidy up my room, and right now I'm filming this and planning out some looks and, you know, doing things that make me happy. And although it's taking a lot out of me mentally, I think it's ultimately what's best. So I'm doing it. I tend to overanalyze everything, and even like what to film on YouTube, I just get so like hard on myself. I get in my own way by being so much of a perfectionist, and like I know sometimes it sounds like a compliment to be like, oh my god, I'm such a perfectionist, but genuinely I mean that as like I hate that I'm like that, because on one hand, like I know that some of the things that I critique myself on, like literally nobody cares. Like it's not even is it not a big deal, it's like literally not anything to be like stressing about. But it does get in my own way. Like, for example, I'll be like, I want to film this. Oh, but I don't have anything to wear. And I'm like, okay, but who fucking cares, like, what shirt I'm wearing? Like, I'm sure none of you viewing this are like, she's wearing an ugly shirt. Like, nobody cares. And yet, those are the type of stupid things that get me discouraged and get me feeling like not filming, which is dumb because I love filming. I love making videos, and I love having a channel and interacting with my viewers and stuff. So I don't know, I hope I'm not coming off too much of like complaining, because that's genuinely not like my goal. Like I know what it's like to have much bigger problems. I don't know, you guys, I'm just like going back and forth between validating myself and not validating myself, which is why I am just Shota tells me all the time whenever I like vent to him and just like word vomit everything, and I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. He's always like, it must be so tiring to be you. And I'm like, it really is. I'm literally at like a constant battle with myself on like my opinions. I contradict myself in my head all the time. And this is something I talked about with him, is that I'm very like 0 or 100. I'm either like so in it that I'm like staying up all night just like so obsessed with something, or on the other hand, one little thing just gets me discouraged and then I'm like not into it anymore. And I've always been like that as a kid too. Like, I've never been the type of person to be able to just like commit to something and do it until I'm like the best at it. Like, for example, Shota. He did soccer and baseball. He was a black belt. His whole like childhood and into like high school and stuff. I kind of ruined him once we got together, but he's like such a consistent person and very like committed to the things that he commits to. Whereas me, like, I did a little bit of everything, like so many sports, so many instruments, and I would do it until I'm like good enough, and then I'd move on to the next thing because I just get bored, or I don't know what's wrong with me. I've just never been the type of person to be able to just commit to one thing, and I feel like that's why I really feel like YouTube and makeup and being creative is like my passion in life, because this is literally the only thing that's been a consistent for years and years. I've gone in and out of music or art or things like that, but makeup and YouTube have always, like, I've never lost interest in it. It's just really hard for me to not critique myself to the point where I end up not doing anything. So that's the other thing, is whenever I want to share something online or like talk about something, I'm always like, okay, but what's your point? To myself. Like, I'm so rude to myself whenever I want to like talk about how I'm feeling. I'm like, okay, but what's your point? But you know what, I'm trying to embrace the fact that like sometimes I just want to word vomit, sometimes I don't know what I'm saying, and that's okay. You know, I hope you guys understand. Sorry if this is annoying. Oh god, you guys, this heartburn is unreal. As soon as the second trimester hit, it's like, boom, bitch. Here you go, heartburn 24/7. I literally can't sleep, and now it's becoming to the point where it's hindering my days. But I was thinking about this last night, and I feel like I'm gonna be so sad once this pregnancy is over. Like, obviously I'm gonna be happy that I have my baby, but as much as I'm like, oh, this is hard, I feel like I'm gonna miss feeling her inside my tummy and like her kicking and just like chilling with me 24/7. And as much as she keeps me up at night with her kicking, and you know, a lot of the symptoms aren't so fun, like heartburn or nausea or things like that, I feel like I'm gonna miss it. Maybe I should write down what I'm doing so that I don't forget. I'm such a like paper planner person, and Shota makes fun of me that I use a pencil, but like, I think that's rude. If anyone else out there is a paper planner type of person, let me know so I can be like, bitch, my viewers, they get me. My sister, she's the type where it's like, if the look includes more than 2 eyeshadow colors, she's like, that's too much. Whereas for me, I'm like, okay, if it's not a cut, crease, halo, smoky with, you know, 5 different shades and 2 different palettes, then I'm bored. So trying to get the balance between, you know, like a special event look and something that people actually want to wear is my challenge. By the way, today I am drinking sweet tea with lemon. So good. Tastes like Arnold Palmer, which I don't know why that's such a hard word to say. I guess name to say. But it's delicious. Since pregnancy, I've been like forced to find non-alcoholic drinks that are like actually good. Okay, let me explain something. I'm not a freaking alcoholic who needs to have alcohol like during the day. But I just mean like the other day I had friends over and I like made dinner and everything. And I was like, I don't know what to serve. Because my friend is also pregnant, so it wasn't just me who couldn't drink. It's like, I don't know what to serve with this. Because I wasn't in the mood for like soda, and I thought lemonade was kind of a weird choice to have with dinner. I'm really tempted to do like a cut crease or something extra, but okay, I'm gonna try to do like toned down version of a cut crease. As much as I want this look to be wearable, I don't want it to be boring. It's still like a special occasion, you know? Honestly, it kind of annoys me when people are like, oh, that looks good on you, but it like, no, it wouldn't look good on me. It's like, okay, bitch, did you try it? If the answer is no, then don't say it's not gonna look good on you until you try it. You know what's another thing I realized is, okay, so before I moved to LA, I worked like a regular 9 to 5, paid bills and went to work, and I was like so miserable and hated my life that I was like, fuck this, I'm moving to LA and I'm going to be young and dumb and crazy and pursue YouTube. Even though I think most YouTubers do that once they get like, you know, a solid following so that they know that they're gonna make it. I was just like, you know what? I have 400 subscribers. I'm just gonna fucking do it. So that's what I did. And sometimes when I get hard on myself now, like literally today, I realized that even if I worked like a 9 to 5, it takes time and it takes me going into work every day for me to get like a promotion and a pay increase and, you know, to do all that and to be successful. So I don't know why I get so hard on myself when it comes to YouTube, and I'm like, ugh, like I literally gave up like, you know, a stable life to pursue this thing, and like what if it never goes anywhere, and what if I never make it, and what if it's just like, I don't know if I would call it a mistake, because even though like I've done so many things in life that I don't know are considered risky, or like, I don't know, maybe choices that other people might not have made, like I would never say I regret it even if it didn't work out, just because that's what I wanted to do during the time. And so like, how can I say that I regret it? Because if anything, like I'm very much the type of person who would regret not trying and not knowing, you know? So I don't think I would ever say that I regret it, but in either route, whether you go the safe route and go with a career that's already established with like, you know, a boss and like a plan or a layout on like how to advance, like a preset route basically. Even if I stayed there in that kind of life, like nothing is guaranteed still. And it still would have taken time and like effort on my part to move up. So I don't know why, or not that I don't know why, but it doesn't make sense for me to be sitting here and being like upset, or like, I don't even know what the right word is, just like second guessing the life that I chose, because in any way, like literally nothing in life is guaranteed. So the smartest route is for just do my best and not overthink it, enjoy what I'm doing, you know, just hope it all works out. And I think also part of the reason why I'm like so hard on myself, I come from a family who compares a lot. And not that my parents ever pressured me to get like a normal job, or, you know, they're not like stereotypical Asian parents where they wanted me to be like a doctor or something. It's not like that. But I do feel pressured to be successful and to prove that like moving out young and not going to college and basically proving that my decisions didn't make me a failure. I think that's part of the reason of why I'm so hard on myself, because so many people told me not to do the things that I did. So as much as I know that like, you know, other people's opinions don't matter, and as long as I'm happy, that's what matters and all that stuff, I still very much feel a sense of like needing to prove myself basically. I think sometimes if we are honest with ourselves and we're able to figure out where certain feelings and pressure comes from, then it's easier to overcome it and to not let it control you so much. So, and then once I started opening up more, specifically online, just because I know that that's a combination of the world plus everyone else that I know personally, that's when I started to get messages and people telling me that they benefited from me being open and honest. And it's true that probably like 99% of people who watch this probably don't care. But I know that when I was in school and living at my parents' house, and before I like got to move out and do whatever I wanted to, I benefited a lot from people being honest about their experiences. So it's so corny, but genuinely, like if one person can benefit from hearing about what I'm going through, then like it's worth it, you know? And when I was super depressed and trying to find like meaning and a reason to live, not to be dramatic, but like literally, that's what was my motivation, was thinking like, if I can get through this shitty time in my life, and if I can come out on the other side to be able to say like, this is what I went through and here's how much I love my life now, then it's all worth it. So now that I'm at that point where I feel like I can say like I genuinely love my life and where I'm at and the people that I surrounded myself with and choices that I've made and all that stuff, even though like I still have a long ways to go in terms of the goals that I set for myself. But to be able to be at a point where, you know, this is all I've ever dreamed of, is living in LA and being married to the love of my life. We're pregnant with our first kid, and like genuinely, this is all I've ever wanted. So to be at that place that I've dreamed about and to now be second guessing sharing that with the world is just like stupid. And I think that would have really disappointed 15-year-old me. I don't know, you guys, I'm just trying to get past that like overthinking, overcriticalness of myself. Good English. Is this wearable? I don't even know. I don't fucking know. I don't know anything. That's what I'm really realizing. And so much of the time I try to have all the answers for everything, but I don't have the answers to anything. I don't know shit. I'm creating a Valentine's Day look for you guys, but in all reality, I'm probably gonna spend Valentine's Day eating pizza in bed. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Pretty, I think. I don't know how many people are gonna think this is wearable, but it's wearable to me. I think it's also hard when, like, I thought I was done with my insecure stage. And I guess mostly that was like body confidence, body image type things. And I do feel like I don't struggle with that as much anymore. So it's a different feeling struggling with like career or like life insecurities. Adulting is just like kind of not fun sometimes. I feel like God really gave me my husband and was like, here's the chillest guy on the planet to balance out your craziness because you're insane. I think once I have this baby and my hormones are regulated, back on my antidepressants, I can have a glass of wine with dinner, like I'll be fine. But right now, I'm just internally screaming a little bit. I hope that I'm never not honest with my viewers and my subscribers and followers and whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. Ew, I hate when people are like, my fans, blah, blah, blah. I can have like 10 million subscribers, and I feel like if anyone was like, oh, I'm your biggest fan, I'd be like, stop, that's fucking gross. Don't be my fan. Like, my internet friends, let's call it. Okay, now that I'm looking like a pale ass ghost, I think I put on enough powder. I was just so into what I was talking about that I wasn't even paying attention to how much powder I was putting on. I've been using this brush for years now. I'm just starting to realize, do I not like this brush? Sometimes my skin makeup turns out so patchy. I don't know why. Ooh, my makeup looks good. Damn it. Now that this is like the test run, I almost want to just take the footage of this and put it into like a tutorial, because watch me sit down to film a tutorial of this look and it not turn out like this. Does anyone even like makeup tutorials anymore? I find them so boring. I feel like I have to put this disclaimer every time I do this on my channel. Don't do your nose contour like this. I'm just lazy. If there's anything you want to see on my channel, please let me know, because I'm just like literally torturing myself with the thought of like, all your looks look the same. You're not creative. You know how I know when I'm being too hard on myself? Is when I imagine what I'm saying, like saying that to someone else. Like, I would never be like, oh my god, your looks are so uncreative and all your looks look the same. Okay, maybe I would say it if that was true, but like, in general, if I take myself out of the equation and I like look at it from an outsider's perspective, I'm like, I don't think all my looks look the same. And I don't think, you know, like, that I'm uncreative. But then, just that voice in my head, she's just a rude bitch and makes me feel like I'm not creative. I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like I've been so much nicer to myself before, and lately I'm just being so rude to myself. I'm just over here having a mental breakdown, so that's cool. Oh, my uterus, goddamn. Ow. Pregnancy is so freaking weird. It's been like, I'm almost 25 weeks and it's still like a fucking mind trip to think that there's a whole ass human in my stomach. What? That makes no sense. I get asked this question all the time, like, are you scared for birth? Genuinely, not really. I mean, I feel like I should be because, like I said, whole ass human gonna be coming out of there. I'm not that scared for some reason. Maybe I'm in denial. And if that's the case, I'm gonna stay in denial. Because there's really no point. The way I see it, it's like, this is so ironic this is coming from me because the entire video I was ranting about how much I like am overthinking my life. But the way I see birth, it's like, I know it's gonna hurt and I know that there's things that can go wrong. So why stress about it? Like, I'm not a doctor. There's nothing I can do in a scenario that something goes wrong. I just have to trust that my doctor's got it, you know? So really, since there's nothing I can do but lay there, spread eagle, and push, that's all I'm gonna be concerned about. So ironic though. Like, why don't I guess it hasn't, okay. I guess it hasn't fully hit me that I cannot control the future. I think once that settles in and I can only do my best, then I'll be fine. My views on birthing are a bit more advanced than my views on my own future. Okay, I need another mirror. My sister got me this mirror. Isn't she cute? You guys, okay, the other reason why I'm not scared about birth so much is because Shota agreed to go through a labor simulator. I think I won't put him through it till after I give birth. That's only fair, right? Like, once I do it. Plus, like, I don't want to see him in pain before I know that I have to go through it. So I think it's going to be a lot more enjoyable for me to put him through that after. But anyways, he agreed to do one of those labor simulator things. So it kind of made me, like, look forward to birth. Because now, once I'm in labor, it won't just be like, oh my god, my vagina is tearing. It'll be like, oh my god, I get to see Shota go through this, and I'm such a rude bitch. Like, I don't know why it makes me like so happy to see my husband in pain. But not like real pain though, like he'll be fine, okay? My vagina will actually be ripped. His balls will just like be on fire for a second. Like, it's not gonna do like actual damage, so I would never actually want anything bad to happen to him. Just gotta put that disclaimer out there. In case you're watching, love you. Why does my husband like me? I'm so rude. Yes, lashes just really put together the look. Oh my gosh, I love the look. It's so cute. I don't know if it's like nighttime though. I guess when I imagine Valentine's Day, I think of like date night. Either way, it's pink, it's glam. It'll work. Okay. Lastly, lips. I want to buy new makeup, but I don't know what. Oh shit. You know what else is a struggle, you guys? I've been really into finances, and I have all these financial goals that I want to hit early to be like, you know, a responsible adult. It's hard to balance spending and saving / investing. Because on one hand, let's take makeup for example, okay? If I buy like a new palette or something, on one hand, I'm like, why would I do that? That's such a waste of money. Like, that's 50 to, you know, I don't know how much I would be spending. Let's say $50. That's $50 that could be going towards savings or in general going towards my financial wealth. But on the other hand, I'm like, if I want to do this as in YouTube / like influencer, ew, but like whatever you want to call it, it makes sense to be spending money on makeup if that's what I want to make my career, you know? So it's just a struggle between like what it's worth. I don't know what I'm fucking saying, you guys. Just money and adulting is complicated. I guess these are the things that I didn't have to think about when I worked like a 9 to 5. You know, if there's money that needs to be going towards your job, there's people above you who will tell you, okay, this is how much you can spend, this is how much it's worth, or whatever. They give you the numbers. But when you're doing your own thing, there's almost too much freedom where I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Not trying to complain, like, I know I'm so privileged to be able to be sitting here on a fucking Monday afternoon painting my face, but it's not all peaches and cream either, you know? Grass is always greener on the other side. When I was working like a regular job, I was like, oh, how I would love to spend my Mondays at home painting my face instead of here doing bitch work for my boss. But now that I am here, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't even know. All right, beautifuls, I think that is it. I think this is gonna be the Valentine's Day look. I like it, it's cute, it's flirty. It's not like, okay, it's a lot with like the, whatever, cut crease and everything. But also I feel like it's kind of, it's not like too intense. Like I feel like if you were going on a date, your date wouldn't be like, what is it? What's the word when you're like, oh, intimidated by your look? I feel like if you showed up on a date looking like this, I'd be like, ooh, you're looking cute, you know? Anyways, that is it, you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel. I hope it wasn't too rambly. But then also, like, isn't that the point of a Get Ready With Me? To like just chill and talk. I hope you guys felt like we were connecting on a personal level. I will be coming out with new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And yeah, until I see you guys next time. Bye, guys.